musiciangoods.com, the number one spot for beat makers and producers.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about drums. In my previous videos, I showed you how to create a basic drum loop. But today I'm going to talk about how to spice it up a little bit. How to add some drum samples to your drum loops so it sounds a little bit more exciting. A lot of people know how to make a basic drum loop, but it's going to sound really boring if you just use a kick, a snare, and a hi-hat. So today I'm going to show you how to spice it up a little bit. So yeah, I'm going to be using Reason 5 as usual. So without further ado, let's get started. So I've loaded up some drum samples. The samples I'm using are available on musiciangoods.com, of course. Check out the drum samples we got on there. We got some high quality hip hop drums. So yeah, be sure to check that out. But yeah, I got some drum samples loaded up. Kick, snare, and a hi-hat. So first I'm just gonna lay down a basic pattern. I'm gonna lay down the snare first. The BPM is gonna be 92. So let's lay this down first. Alright, so I quantized the snare, and I'm going to lay down some hi-hats. Alright. Now I'm going to lay down a kick. Just going to create a simple drum pattern first. We got the simple drum loop. It's a boom bap, simple pattern. Now we're gonna fill it up a little bit. So, what can you do to fill it up? You can use another hi-hat, of course. But what I do usually, the first thing I do is I put a tambourine sound on top of my snare. So let's lay that down. And I'm not gonna quantize that, so just play it manually. So now we've added the tambourine and already sounds a little bit more full. Now let's add another hi-hat. I got this hi-hat right here. Actually an open hi-hat. We're gonna add this to the track. Just gonna put the velocity down just a little bit. Alright, let's lay that down. And I'm not gonna quantize this. It already sounds more full. You can add another hi-hat if you want to. Let's add that to the track. I'm also not gonna quantize this. I never quantize my hi-hats, just to get a little bit of swing. So now we got a nice full drum loop. Now if you want to, you can add some more stuff like some other drums or some toms or whatever. I usually don't use those. I like to use hi-hats a lot and shakers and tambourines and stuff, so that's what I do basically. Now we got this drum loop. What you can do, for example, for a chorus or whatever, you can add this to the track, cymbals, and you can leave something else out. So imagine if I'm going into the chorus, you can do something like this. Now let's just, for example, lay something down really quick. Let's see. Alright, let's lay that down real quick. Let's create, let's add a chord. Let's do that again. Alright. Now imagine if I'm going into the chorus. This is the first, for example. Alright, let's create a real simple chorus transition. So I'm gonna add another chord. Alright. And we're gonna use a cymbal that I just showed you. Let's lay that down. Alright, just loop that. and then we can go back to the verse. So I just created a really simple track, just for the sake of showing you what I do to keep it, keep it exciting with the drums. So imagine this is a track. We're gonna start out with the verse. Now we're gonna go into the chorus. There's a little switch up with the drums. Back to the verse. So yeah, that's what I usually do to switch it up and keep it exciting with the drums. Now there's a lot of other things that you can do, but you just gotta be creative. I just showed you some basic principles that you can use to keep it exciting. So I hope you learned something today, man. As I said before, the drums that I used, the high quality drums, are available at musiciangoods.com. So check it out. We got a few new drum kits on there. One is called Sweet Soul, and the other one is called the SB1200 drum kit. So yeah, be sure to check that out, man, if you need high quality drum samples.